It's 6 minutes past 10 o'clock on the east coast of Canada, wherever you're watching around the World Wide Web. Welcome to the Halifax Forum and the 2019 Nova Scotia PeeWee Provincial Hockey Championships. It is the West Hants Warriors. They're in their blue and orange jerseys taking on the red and white jerseys of the Halifax Hawks. Good morning, everybody. My name is Dan Hobson. Halifax West Warriors, the West Hants Warriors coming in 1-0 as a result of their victory yesterday against the Sydney Steelers by a score of 7-1. They were in first place, but now they will be dropped to second as a result of earlier this morning, the Tossa Ducks beating the Steelers. And they really opened up the scoring gates on that one. They had 4 goals in the first, 8 in the second, and skated away with a 14-0 win. And so, of course, goals for determine tiebreakers and everything. So the Ducks now find themselves 2-0, sitting up top of the standings here at the playoff format. And the West Hants Warriors now in second place. And the Hawks trying to get something going. They have 2 games today, had 2 yesterday, lost both, hoping to turn things around here and get a victory. But once again, it's going to be a tough one. The West Hants Warriors having a fantastic regular season. They were the Nova Scotia Mainland Hockey League champions with a 23-0-1 record, and the Halifax Hawks 6th in the Central Minor Hockey Federation with 12-15-1 record. And so that's the task that's going to be facing them. And one of the things they're going to have to keep an eye on is number 9, William Shields here in this game. He is one of the top scorers, 63 points in the regular season, 49 goals, 14 assists, and had 15 in tournament play, 15 points in tournament play, 11 goals, and 4 assists. So they have to really try to limit him. Talking to the other coaches around here, actually talking to Coach Backman of the Tossa Ducks, you have to say, if you can keep him contained to 3 points a game, you stand a good chance of, coming away with a victory. But still, it is a tough task to do when he's averaging about over 2 goals a game. Starting goaltenders here in this one, Chase Kroll. He will be the goaltender here throughout the distance here for the Halifax, or for the West Hants Warriors. My apologies. I'm going to have to set myself with a little bit of electric shock every time I say that. The West Hants Warriors, thinking of the Halifax West Warriors, which is up the road here a bit here from the Forum. So Chase Kroll was in goal yesterday and was on the verge of a shutout, but the Steelers got a goal late there in the game. And starting here once again is Eric Liu, who's been a story here, was coming in as a reserve goaltender and has taken over the job from Fury. And here's Arnold on the go. Arnold on a partial breakaway. Arnold hauled down. Is it going to be a penalty shot? It is. You can just see with the reaction of the referee, hand in the air, so Arnold will have a chance to break the eggs here with just 2 minutes and 29 seconds gone. He's going to get the ever-exciting penalty shot as the puck is dropped at center ice. Arnold Kroll. Then the referee telling the players to get off the ice, so it's just Kroll right now and Arnold. Lou, as I said, on in the reef of fury yesterday as Arnold will go wide on Kroll. Arnold now, backhand scores! That's the first time that the Hawks here at the championships get the opening goal. The first one of the game, draw first blood, whatever term you want to use. Arnold gets the goal. Arnold's penalty shot. And as I said, 2 minutes and 29 seconds. Hawks up 1-0. You drive, you work hard, and you get rewarded as he was hauled down And Arnold made no mistake. And, you know, that was definitely a chess match for sure between Chase Kroll and Arnold. And Arnold came out victorious. And here's our first penalty of the game. It's going to be body contact. And it's Davison there for the West Hants Warriors that will head to the box for body contact. And the time is 2 minutes and 59 seconds. Halifax Hawks up 1-0, and they will go on the Atlantic Acura power play. Puck to the blue line. Raphael having a pretty good looking and playing very well. May not be what you see on the score sheet, but he has played very well here at these championships. Here, manning the blue line, playing the point here on this power play, as well as McMinn. There is McMinn, the aforementioned McMinn here, and he was being watched there by Razzle. And a penalty coming up, and could be a two-man advantage here as Lou is going to the bench, but doesn't get there in time as he wanted to make sure because the arm of the referee went up in the air, but he wasn't sure who had it. But the big defenseman, Robert McCullough Messam, will go to the box. So it's a two-man advantage here for 1 minute and 24. Five on three right now here for the Hawks as McMinn spins away, puts a backhander, hits a body and goes in behind the net. Mumbercat now will send it over. Raphael thought about, where's the one-timer by Mumbercat? And Kroll stops that one, and Mumbercat couldn't settle the bouncing puck down to get another opportunity. A couple of players go down, and the Hawks player very slow to get up. And nice penalty killing there. Beautifully done there by Shields, and Shields looking there for a loose puck. Matthew Shields there as it's poked away there by Lou, and Arnold, who scored on the penalty shot, and it's slapped down there by Manders. So Hawks will have to regroup. 36 seconds left in Davison's penalty. 1:08 remaining. And a shorthanded goal there by, guess who? William Shields ties it up. Shorthanded goal. 4 minutes and 29 seconds. And it's 1-1. Two-man advantage, no big deal. Shields puts it past Lou. Keeping it, making it 1-0. I'm telling you now, whatever team gets him for the Nova Scotia Major Bantam, and I'm thinking that, you know, odds-on favorite might be the Valley Wildcats, seeing that team is really close to, like, the Windsor area, not too far away from the Valley where they play their home games there at the Apple Dome in Berwick. If he dresses there for them in the near future, he's got it all. There's no doubt about it. So. And he's going to have a chance to show his stuff at the skills competition tomorrow. As the penalty to Davison is over, it's a 5-on-4, and Chase Kroll with the stop. So it's a 5-on-4 for 33 seconds as McCullough Messam is in the box. 33 seconds left in his tripping penalty. Mumbercat on the draws. And Hood wins that one. Hood had a pretty good game yesterday. It's amazing, 7 goals yesterday against the Steelers, and William Shields got 6 of them. But Hood, of course, had a pretty good game yesterday. Maybe the stat sheet may not show it, but was quite impressive his play overall. Raphael goes cross ice. McMinn there, that actually hits West Hants Warrior player set down the ice, and that will do it here for the power play. And now, of course, the Halifax Hawks can maybe think, what if we got that other one? We could have had a 2-0 lead as opposed to being 1-1. And another penalty coming up, and more body contact once again. You're going to see those penalties sort of, you know, with the intensity of championships and stuff happen, and Messam going right back to the box. the Toronto Maple Leafs song that they have for victory, right back to where we started from. How about going right back to where you started from there for McCullough Messam, as he's going off for body contact. So it is another Atlantic Acura power play here for the Halifax Hawks. Arnold, who's got the lone goal now, in behind the goal, was in Gretzky's office. Didn't like the scenery, decides to come out of the office and go for a stroll. Back into the blue line, Raphael. Rink wide, one-timer there by McMinn. It hits a couple of bodies and goes towards the corner. Raphael once again bothered there by Hood. Mumberket down low. Arnold there, backhander, loose puck in the slot. Bouncing puck up for grabs. McMinn joined the rush, and now it's a shorthanded chance on a 2-on-1 as Razzle, Hood, Razzle going looking forward. And it doesn't come. A 2-on-1. They don't get a shot on net. In the meantime, getting behind the D there was Arnold, trying to get a little bit of room to move and try to get a good, clear scoring opportunity. Here's Arnold now, crosses the blue line. Bouncing puck. Raphael trying to settle it down, runs out of room and in behind the goal. Razzle once again. Oh, nice little move. He gets towards center ice area. It was actually Giswold, number 19. And play is blown down on the offside, but West Hants Warriors, they've been kind of a little difficult to deal with, even killing penalties. Shorthanded chance, and they have a shorthanded goal. And they had a 2-on-1 late stages, so Hawks may want to keep an eye on that rest of the way here in this one. Here's Fitzpatrick, hits center ice area, goes in after it. Fitzpatrick, and the glove save there by Chase Kroll. Not really much in terms of body, so he'll hold on to it for the stoppage and play. 27 seconds left in the penalty there to McCullough Messam, who's off for body contact. 13 seconds shy of the halfway point here of period number 1. Trying to come up with the puck there was Merritt, and Fitzpatrick, as that puck bounces over his stick, so McDougall will go back for it into his own zone. Halfway point here at the Halifax Forum, 1-1 the score. Arnold, penalty shot. Shields, short-handed. 1-1's where we stand here. 360 Live's coverage of the 2019 Nova Scotia PeeWee Provincial Hockey Championships. Dan Hobson along for the call here for all 17 games, as the penalty there to McCullough Messam has expired. So we are even strength. And right now it is a 0 for 2 showing here for the Hawks power play, but they have one on the penalty shot as Walworth will send it across. Trying to feed Bishop there. Bishop was in traffic. So Hawks just with one hand headed out to center ice area. Here's Merritt. Finn Merritt there. Shot, and Kroll makes the save. Of course, Arlo Merritt had a great successful career playing for the XL Physio Hawks of the Nova Scotia Major Bantam Hockey League, the team that the Halifax Hawks are affiliated with. Was the leading scorer a couple years ago when the championships were held in North Sydney. Won by the Gulls, and the Gulls, of course, back-to-back champions. First time in league histories, and in a couple of weeks they'll be hosting the Atlantics, so some of the Tassa Ducks, of course, there's going to be 8 Tassa Ducks here from these Pee-wee Championships going to be dressing for the Gulls next season. So that's what this is a feeder system for the Nova Scotia Major Bantam Hockey League as well as the Nova Scotia Major Midget Hockey League. And as I said, a lot of people are probably pretty happy about the play of William Shields. And if you're the Valley Wildcats and you have him dressing up, and if he puts the numbers up that he does here in Pee-wee, boy, that is going to be a big boost there for the Wildcats in the future. Here's Porter Kroll trying to cut through. He had some pretty good moves and some pretty good plays yesterday in their game against the Steelers. And he's got the Yarmir Yager locks. And in the meantime, Mumberket was all by himself, 1-on-3, trying to go through. And quickly working the other way is McCullough Messam there for the Warriors. Ben Bishop there collides with his own teammate. Both of them are going for the puck at the same time. Bishop and Legier come together. Not on the same page. Coming up to 5 left to go here in the opening period. Legier does a nice job of holding the line there for the Hawks on the turnover. Hawks pressing. Here's a shot there. Those lively boards, and Kroll was well up to that as he got back in time, and it didn't bank off him. It was almost close, but you can see that's what they're trying to do, is those lively boards and try to take advantage of the teams that don't know that. And the Hawks looking pretty good. Fitzpatrick, wrist shot well off the net. Once again, diagonal shoot. And then once again, trying to do the one-timer was Bishop there. And Kroll lost the stick momentarily, picks up, was slow to get up as the puck is in the high slot. Legier tried to settle the puck down, finally does. And the whistle stops play, and Bishop goes for a stick, and the stick went flying after the whistle, so I'm not sure if he was, if it was slashed or what the case was, but he goes and retrieves his hardware and goes off for the bench. And the Finn Merritt line jumps over there for the Hawks. 4 minutes, 20 seconds gone here in the first period. 1-1 score between the Halifax Hawks and the West Hants Warriors. Dan Hobson along for the call here on 360 Live's coverage. The 2019 Nova Scotia PeeWee Provincial Hockey Championships. Puck just inside the line there of the Warriors. And now it's Merritt once again with the puck. Merritt, and that's blocked as that doesn't get through. Maybe trying to do a waster there from the corner. That doesn't get through. Walworth there. There's a deflection off the stick there of Macabur to the corner. Macabur, the defenseman there for the Warriors. And he has it once again. Quick passes, tape to tape, but the third one, not to Hood, was a pretty good pass, but he was unable to handle it as Merritt comes back the other. Takes a light bump there from Macabur. Good one-on-one D, and there's a steal. And here's a chance here for Merritt. Merritt, backhand, fans on it. It was actually Raphael, my apologies. A quick turnover and a backhander, but just unable to get it towards the net. That hits a shin of Manders and goes towards the corner. Macabur just trying to relieve the pressure, sends it down the ice. No icing as it was tips. The play will continue on. And back to his own end is Wagner there for the Hawks. Long lead pass up ahead. Arnold gets in behind, looking for some help. It finally comes in Mumbercat and Raphael. Raphael has it now. Wrist shot right on. Glove stop. No rebound. Kroll. Good head-to-head action. 2 minutes and 50 seconds left here in the first period. And right now, of course, with just Shields having just a goal right now, so, and that's how the Hawks have to look at it, is, make him, you're not going to completely stop him, as I was talking about with Coach Backman earlier here in the broadcast, talking to him before the game. You're not going to completely stop him, but just limit his opportunities, and they've done that. Mumbercat scores! Turnover down low, and Mumbercat, the benefactor, 2-1. Well, it's a situation right now for the Hawks to keep their championship hopes alive. They need to start getting some victories here. 12:25, they go ahead here, 2-1 here in this first period. Mumbercat. A turnover, so that's something that the West Hants Warriors are going to have to fix here as we get into the stages here of the game. Another stop there by Kroll. Stoppage in play. 2 minutes and 13 seconds remaining here in the first period. They've yet to put the goal up on the scoreboard here at the Forum, but Mumbercat will get it. So Mumbercat, Arnold on the penalty shot for the Hawks, and Shields. Been doing it all year for the West Hants Warriors. 2-1's where we stand here. 2 to go, opening frame. Ben Bishop there. Chips it in. Oh, there's another turnover. Legier fires a shot and a blocker save by Kroll. And this is something that I'm sure that Greg Riley will want to talk to the troops about during the intermission. It is a brief 2 minutes, but boy, they have turned the puck over and it cost them the go-ahead. And they almost got an insurance goal, the Hawks, that is. Here comes Shields, to be precise. It's Matthew Shields, number 13. Maybe not be as scary as big number 9 is, but still, he's nothing to sneeze about in terms of offense there for the West Hants Warriors. As we come up to 1:20 remaining here in the first period. That's chipped high off the glass and down. McKinnon tries to settle it down and does, and sends it in and starts a change. 1:10 remaining. 2-1 the score here. Late in the first period. Hawks hoping to maybe get a goal here before the late stages. Bursey with the backhand. Last minute of play, as you hear the PA announcer say here at the Halifax Forum. Bursey looking for the puck. It doesn't come. Now it finally does, but unable to handle it. There's a big-time collision with 2 players, and this is not a good situation, as I can't see as the number is down, but I believe it's Hood, number 3, collided with his own player. This is like a double whammy, and he gets up. Hood gets up, and limping is Giswald there. So as I say, it's a double whammy, and 45 seconds remain here in the first period. And a team that ...16 players and have 2 injured as the players collided heavily. The stick went flying, you saw. So we'll keep an eye on that one. Maybe they'll go for a skate during the brief intermission here. Clean face-off win by the Hawks, and they get a shot and stopped by Kroll. Mumberket will take this draw here for the Hawks. Porter Kroll took it there for West Hants Warriors. Bit of a scramble draw, but they'll come up with the puck. And the big defenseman, McCall Messam, will go for a skate here for the Warriors here in the late stages of the first period. 26 seconds remaining here. Maybe one last dash here for the Hawks before the period comes in if they get organized. But, of course, up there for checking there is the West Hants Warriors. Now the puck out center ice, and once again, McCall Messam there will send it in. 10 seconds left. So it looks like they'll win the first period here, the Halifax Hawks, and that's something that I'm sure the head coach Tyler Dixon and manager Josh Arnold will be pretty happy about, is how they played that first period against these Warriors. And after the opening 15 minutes of play, they have a lead by a score of 2-1 thanks to goals from Arnold and Mumberket. Shields responded, made it 1-1, and then Mumberket at 12:25. So that's where we stand after the opening 15 minutes of play. We'll be back with second period. But in the meantime, let's take a look and thank the sponsors for making the Nova Scotia PeeWee Provincial Hockey Chips possible here at the Halifax Forum. Ladies and gentlemen, feel free to follow me on Twitter. There's my Twitter handle at DanHobson12. We'll give you up-to-dates of things that are going on here at the championships. We're delighted to be here once again. as the play is back underway here in the second period. 2-1 the score between Halifax Hawks and the West Hants Warriors. Here on 360 Live's coverage of the 2019 Nova Scotia PeeWee Provincial Hockey Championships. As we have a whistle stops play, another penalty coming up. Interference will be the call. Saw Lou with his hand up in the air. Didn't know that, of course, that the power play is up here. It's Atlantic Acura power play here for the Hawks. And in the meantime, no harm, no foul. McKinnon goes cross ice there to Raphael. Minute 27 remaining, and the penalty there to the West Hants Warriors. And fanning on the one-timer was McKinnon, and a little bit of a worm burner goes in to Chase Kroll, and he covers up. Interference penalty there to Shields, the team captain, so he has been dangerous shorthanded here at these championships yesterday and today. He has one already, and it came shorthanded. So, I mean, that's got to be one less worry here for Tyler Dixon's Halifax Hawks. It actually helps him being in the box. William Shields off for interference, but there's only 57 seconds remaining in that penalty. 13:20 remaining in the second period. Trying to settle it down there was Fletcher there for West Hants Warriors. They can't clear. McMinn. Kroll is down, but can they take advantage of it? No, they can't. Raphael holds the line. Mumbercat has the go-ahead goal as it stands right now. Sends it in behind the goal. But it will be McMinn. Nice piece of work to hold it in. Hood's going off for a change, so they're going to be shorthanded for a bit as Davison comes on and replaces him. There is Davison coming in and can't get to Raphael in time, so he's allowed to send it towards the corner here to Arnold. McKinnon also coming up with the puck now. Was wanting to center, can't. Penalty has 4 seconds remaining. Back to McMinn, one final shot. Penalty to Shields is over. So no harm, no foul that time there for the Halifax Hawks on the Atlantic Acura power play. Couple of chances, but still remains 2-1. Shields there was up there in the play, but it's going to be the Hawks. They're going to send 4 wide, led by Legier, Arnold, and McMinn. McMinn going for a change. Mumbercat stays out there. No, he's going to go for a change as well. Could have almost got caught for too many men as they were in the midst of that change as the puck came close to the bench area. Here they come the other way, led by Bishop there, and that's steered aside easily there by Kroll with the stick towards the corner. Merritt now trying to spin away here from McCullough Messam and can't, but gets to the blue line, and it does come out. Wagner will have to retreat. Set in the rest of the way here by Fitzpatrick. Around. Here is Bursey now with it there for. But it's going to be the Hawks that come up with it, and a nice stick there, checks it off, but it's not going to stop the drive here by West Hants Warriors. McCullough Messam there goes rink wide. Sends it over to Davis. A Davison wrist shot, and Lou with the save. There's a big juicy rebound. A little bit of a poke afterwards by Davison, but play will be stopped. Full changes for both teams. Kroll will take the draw here against Mumbercat. Warriors Hawks 2-1. Hawks leading early in the tournament to say must win for them. They went 0-2 yesterday, but they've had the closest game so far here of the championships. They're just 1 goal shy, and right now they're up by 1 goal. Icing the call. Shearer was making sure that it went down the rest of the way. Ava Shearer there for the West Hants Warriors. Where's number 17, stellar defense woman for the Hawks. And she's got some size to her, so, you know, definitely, of course, they talked about it yesterday, Nova Scotia Female Hockey League, the Northern Selects, and, of course, there's the Station 6 Fire to play in that league, the Chevy Panthers out of Cape Breton as well. I mean, some solid teams in that league, and, you know, Shearer, of course, also could be basically playing for the King's Edgehill, you know, in years down the road, maybe possibly in her hockey future. Izzy Germain, of course, the head coach of that women's program there at King's Edgehill, so being from West Hants, that's a possibility as well. A lot of hockey options for her. In the meantime, Raphael will bring it in here for the Hawks. Mumbercat goes in. There was Shearer there, forcing the issue there for the Hawks, and now she'll go out front there, cover her man. There was nobody there, and back they come the other way. Come the West Hants Warriors. Nothing much happening on that chance there. Now the puck sent back down. Manders will be first back there for the Hawks. Pardon me, the Warriors. And it's flipped out center ice, and now here comes Giswold there trying to go around and can't. Someone's lost their glove there just inside the Hawk zone, but nothing much, not getting away, not really affecting the play. Giswold once again trying to get through and can as Bercy holds the line and prevents that attack from getting underway. Merritt also back. You got to see solid defensive play here by the Hawks. They're all back. Oh, there's a hit there. Accidentally, Giswold and Ross failing it. Going to leave his equipment there and go off for a change, and the Hawks will get another player out here. Ross seems to be okay as that will bounce in on Lou, and Sweet Lou will cover it up, as I've called him here. Eric Lou keeping it a 2-1 game. 5 seconds shy of 6 minutes gone here in the second period. Hawks win the draw. Here comes Legier now. All by himself, 1-on-3, trying to go wide against McCollum Messam. And he does come up with it. Now McCollum Messam just uses his size and just takes the puck just away. Take it away just like taking candy away from a candy-hating baby. That's how easy that was. And it's sent back into towards the corner. We have penalty. Actually going to call it on the offside. My apologies. Jodry was going for the puck. Or call it icing, my apologies. So face off and go down into the Hawk zone here. Hawks come out with the puck. They're doing very well in the face-off circle. Legier trying to go wide once again on McCollum Messam. West Hants Warriors with some speed coming out of their own zone. And they're led by Davison. Here comes Davison crossing the blue line. Davison going wide. Runs out of real estate. Gets a shot there from right along the icing line. Sharp angle that's easily stopped. One and done. Back the Hawks come, led by Bishop. Bishop chips it in. McMinn following up. Hawks trying to change here. The West Hants Warriors changing, pardon me. And now here comes Hood. Of course, he was injured a little bit earlier, but he's not showing any effects at all. But a rush is going to go down the toilet drain on the offside. .7:57 remaining here in the second period. Rousel trying to kick it up to his stick. Just outside the line, Rousel will get another chance. Oh, there's a turnover there. And the shot by Rousel is stopped there by Lou. So we saw in the first period how the turnovers were kind of costly there for the Warriors that resulted in the go-ahead goal. Hawks turn it over here, so it must be something with that into play here, don't you think, folks? Wherever you folks are watching here, I hope you're enjoying the 360 live coverage as that one just sails over the net. Lou was down. There was a little bit of room, and it almost squeaked by. Finish my point. My name is Dan Hobson. Delighted you can join us here for the 2019 Nova Scotia PeeWee Provincial Hockey Championships. Mumbercat has got the go-ahead, and a nice stick there will deflect that into the netting as the West Hants Warrior player, and a little bit of a trip afterwards and gamesmanship here. West Hants Warriors, of course, trailing. They're just trying to maybe, see if the Hawks can lose their discipline and get on the power play. When you have a guy who's got 49 goals in the regular season, that really helps you when you have that extra man advantage. But Hawks weren't falling for it at all. So we continue the 5-on-5 here as we pass the halfway point. 7 left remaining here. Period number 2, 2-1 the score. Flipped in by Manders. He's going in after trying to do a solo effort. Manders there with the size advantage to walk around, loses the handle, but the Hawks all back defending. And here they are, bringing out the center ice. Led by Bursey. Bursey, end of a shift, goes for a change. 6 minutes and 40 seconds remaining, second period. Legier blows a tire before he can get a shot, so Manders will come up with the puck. He was actually tripped in the process. Back official making the call. Tripping. It will be Fletcher there for the West Hants Warriors. So once again, the Halifax Hawks on the Atlantic Acura power play. So far, they haven't been able to get any pay dirt. 0 for 3, I believe. McMinn there trying to put it through some skates and sticks. Knocked down by the Warriors and sent down. Their goal came on a penalty shot, so it doesn't count in terms of the power play statistics. So maybe they need a little bit of insurance, and now would be the time to get it. Here is Arnold. He's the one that scored on that penalty shot. Drops it back to Mumbercat. Raphael will man the point here for this power play. Puts it through and knocked down once again by the assistant captain there, McCullough Messam. In the meantime, another chance, low-scoring chance, is smothered there by Chase Kroll. Minute 21 remaining in the Fletcher tripping penalty. 5:56 remaining, second period. Mumbercat did a nice job. He sort of was a scramble draw, but he held the stick up of the West Hants Warrior player so his teammate could take it, and then they set up a shot from the point there by Raphael, and a couple of whacks there by Hawks in front, and Kroll has it, but you don't really have to win the faceoff cleanly. Just make sure that your opposition doesn't get it in a chance to clear. It resulted in a scoring chance. A smart play there by Jack Mumbercat, number 16. Knocked down with a high stick. They're going to send it back down into the Hawks zone. They'll bring it outside the line, my pardon. Loose puck up for grabs. Tanea Sparks here in a penalty killing role here for the West Hants Warriors. 54 seconds remaining in a penalty to Fletcher. Mumbercat sends it back. Raphael. Mumbercat. Cross ice right to Sparks. And Sparks just will send it down on net and then chase after it. They'll change a couple of the penalty killers. Sparks blows a tire, so the Hawks have some room as they get out of their own zone. Up the center ice, tape-to-tape pass. Bishop now. Nice little stick there by McCullough Messam to tap it out. Stop it for the meantime. 20 seconds remains in Fletcher's penalty. Back to the corner, light bump there by Manders against the Hawk player. Merritt coming in as well as Legier there, trying to come up with the puck in the corner there for the Hawks, and they do win that battle. They had more bodies there, so the numbers game really helped here. Legier has the penalties over, so we're even strength. But the players going to the bench, and of course the penalty box is on the opposite side, so it's a little bit of a long change for them here in the second period. And a penalty coming up, and the linesman getting in, and Manders is going to go to the box. 4 minutes and 24 seconds remain. And once again, they're going to ask Sparks here to come out and kill this penalty here for the West Hants Warriors, as well as Shields. And McCullough Messam is out there as well. They just finished one, and now they're back killing once again as the Hawks are on the Atlantic Acura power play. Boy, that was a bouncing puck. Kroll was looking behind, and it just manages just to stay out, a bouncing puck. And the Warriors clear it. Minute 39 remaining in Manders' penalty. Under 4 to go, second period. Here's Shields now, shorthanded chance, Shields, and that's stopped by Lou, and that's big. That is big. And he gets taps on the head. Actually, McKinnon comes and gives him a nice little hug afterwards. And I'm sure that Lou's saying, well, I appreciate all this love, boys, but I'd really like a steak dinner because I just saved you there. You give it up to probably one of the top point getters, not only in this tournament, but in the province. Yeah, it's pretty well the same thing. In the province, 63 points, regular season, 14 points, 15 points in tournament play. And he had 6 goals yesterday in their win. That's William Shields. That's not somebody you really want to be giving chances to, but Lou shut the door. Sometimes the West Hants Warriors' best chances so far have been when they have been shorthanded. Their shorthanded opportunities they are getting, and they got a goal. Their own goal came shorthanded. Puck comes out front. Merritt trying to settle it down. 48 seconds left in the penalty to Manders. McDougall holds the line there for the Hawks. Puck up for grabs. Coming up with it is Bishop. Bishop goes down, but the Warriors doing a good job. Holding to the outside. And Shields just going to take the puck, and Shields is going to go for a skate. Here's Shields now. And scores! Round 2 this time went to Shields, and he'll get the shorthanded goal. 12 minutes and 11 seconds here of the second period. And ties it at 2. The Atlantic Acura power play here for the Hawks is hurting them. They, of course, haven't been able to score on it. Marquette's goal was even strength there in the first period, but the Hawks have given up 2 shorthanded goals, so the specialty teams being a little bit of a factor here in this one. 2-2 here as the penalty there to Manders is over. Even strength. Manders comes up, bothers his man. Here goes Shields again. Actually, it's Giswold there on a 2-on-1. Giswold fires shot, scores! Top shelf, 3-2. Turn of events here at the Halifax Forum. 12:47, 36 seconds apart. And the West Hants Warriors have their first lead. Tyler Dixon here with the old Jim Bottomley door open talking to the official. This building has seen that many a times in its illustrious history. I talked about their history yesterday, opening its doors for the first time in 1927 on the grounds of the old Nova Scotia Provincial Exhibition, which was badly damaged as a result of the Halifax explosion of 1917. And Jim Bottomley, of course, coached the Halifax Olin Exports. They were in the what's now Maritime Hockey League, Maritime Junior A Hockey League, and they were a pretty well the model franchise, successful, and it was a rough league. And anytime he wanted to talk to the officials, he'd open the door. So something about this building, you see it a lot here. And Tyler Dixon was opening the door at that time to talk to the official, tried to have his word. He might have got in the referee's ear, but it's not going to change the score. 3-2. West Hants Warriors leading with 1:25 remaining here in the period. That's their first even strength goal, so it's going to go down that way as Kroll makes a stop there on a wrist shot. Another face-off win. This time, McCullough Messam just banks it off the boards here. Sparks are trying to come up with a loose puck there for the Warriors here as we come up to 1 minute remaining. You'll hear the PA announcer say it in a second. Arnold comes in across the line. Raphael's shot, and Kroll with the save. One and done as McCullough Messam takes it out of harm's way there for West Hants Warriors. 43 seconds remain as the puck's out center ice area. Raphael will send it in. Shot from long distance, and Arnold was in the neighborhood, so he'll cover up for the whistle. With 35 seconds remaining, and 2 goals in 36 seconds has turned this thing around. The Hawks were leading after the took the lead, and they had the lead for all of pretty well 2 minutes because Arnold scored at 2:29 of the first, and then Shields at 4:29 made it 1-1, and then Mumber kept 2-1 was the score after the opening period. And the West Hants Warriors here, 2 goals and 36 seconds, have taken the lead 3-2 as we have 13 seconds remaining. As coming in across the line is Bishop there for the Hawks. Time winding down. Clock at 4-3. A shot for well out that doesn't get in to Gord's goaltender Chase Kroll, and that's how the second period comes to an end. So the Halifax Hawks have 10 minutes here of intermission to try to figure this out and try to prevent that third loss. And the Shields factor once again here for the West Hants Warriors. Has 2 shorthanded goals, then finally has the even strength goal, and the even strength goal is a difference maker now. 3-2 after 30 minutes of play. So we'll be back with third period coverage in about 10 minutes. And we want to remind you to take a look. And of course, hockey tournaments like this are not possible without its generous sponsors. So here they are. As the sound system says, are you ready? Are we ready for the third period? Of course we are here at the Halifax Forum. 3-2 the score. Halifax Hawks trailing this one to the West Hants Warriors. Story once again, William Shields, number 9 here for the Warriors. 2 shorthanded goals and has the go-ahead goal. Even strength as Bishop comes across the line here for the Hawks. Even strength to start this third period. And Mumberket and Arnold, the goal scorers there for the Hawks. That's what you've missed if you just joined us. My name is Dan Hobson. Delighted to be here at the 2019 Nova Scotia PeeWee Provincial Hockey Championships. Kroll sends it back. McCollum Messam, a wrist shot, and just sails over the net. Lou not getting a piece of it that time, but luckily for him, it might have deflected and went into that open cage. Puck in the corner. Hawks trying to send it here to the near side boards to try to get something going offensively, but they're unsuccessful as the puck's in behind the net. There is Shields once again. He had 6 goals yesterday, 3 again, 9 so far here at these championships, and he has been the factor here for the West Hants Warriors. Can't hold the line that time as McMinn will chip it by him. Here's a 2-on-1 and a shot. Kroll with a big juicy rebound on McKinnon's shot, but nice defensive play there by Magnus Giswald there to steer it back to the corner and out of the potential scoring area there for the Halifax Hawks. Nice play there by the big defenseman. Forward, actually. Puck in the corner now here for the West Hants Warriors. Sparks trying to spin away. Finally does. Sparks trying to come out front. Sharp angle and gets the shot. And Lou makes the save, but Tanea Sparks there. Great shift for her. Couple of nice spin moves and then walked out front, and Lou was up to the task, but she has looked stellar here so far at the championships. Manders there with the shot, and Lou with the stop. Mumberket will pick off that passing attempt there by Ava Shearer, the other female on this team. And back come the Hawks the other way, led by Raphael. Raphael, I'm not sure if he dropped it or lost the handle. Arnold now trying to tap it through, trying to bank it off Kroll. Puck's in loose in the blue ice area, and it will be Kroll that comes up. Arnold tried to jam it along the side, but was unsuccessful. But it was a close call, and Arnold was looking for his second. A lot happening here in this 2 minutes and 22 seconds gone here in the period. Speaking of females, here is Emma McIntyre, number 5 there for the Hawks. Puts it up blindly, but it works out. There's a couple of Warriors in the area. Here's the other Shields, Matthew Shields, number 13, has Hood with him as well. Hood. Bump there, along the boards there by Walworth. And at the end of the day, coming up over his McIntyre there for the Hawks, and here they are breaking 3 wide. Bursey now, but they're at the end of a shift, so the merit line will go off and they'll change all 5 here as we pass the 3-minute mark here, period number 3. Hawks happy to send it up the boards now, and that will be brought back in, and it will be offside. Third period is brought to you by Cushman Wakefield. Cushman Wakefield, proud sponsors of third period here at the championships. And with the skills competition tomorrow at 2. And we'll have those, so that would be a delight to call that one here. Skills competition, 2 o'clock tomorrow afternoon here at the Halifax Forum. 2019 Nova Scotia PeeWee Provincial Hockey Championships. Kroll now doing some nice little moves. A shot by Davison is stopped by Lou. Nice work there by Kroll. He's making some nice little moves and cuts and then passes to Davison. And Davison, quick 4 strides and then steps into it. But Lou is up to the task to shut the door. Take away that 12-minute mark here of that second period there for the Hawks. And completely different game. 2 goals, 36 seconds apart. 3-2 the score. As back the other way comes Luke Legier in the middle, looking for help. Has Bishop with him. Fitzpatrick also joining the play. And also there is McKinnon looking for the puck, but they don't get a shot on goal. It's back out center ice. They turn it over. McAbur in his own zone. Was watched there by Legier. Legier steered away from him, so now they have a little bit of open ice. Loose puck up for grabs. Hawks come up with it. Intended pass there for McKinnon, too far. They've iced the puck, but of course in Pee-wee, not allowed to, well, you can of course ice the puck, but there's no penalization. The players can go for a change here, and they will take advantage of that with 10:46 remaining here in the period. Puck up for grabs behind the Hawks goal. And that's a nice little battle. You can see the Hawks are still trying here. At the end of the day, they're going to come up with the puck. Led by Raphael. He'll hit center ice. Raphael. Nice little dangles and then backhands. Runs out of real estate in the West. Hants Warrior player goes down. Mumberket as a second scores. Turnover. Mumberket back in the net. 3-3. Four minutes and 42 seconds. And they're tying it at 3. Shields with 3, Mumberket with 2. But where it counts the most is on the scoreboard, and it's 3-3. Hood coming back the other way, but loses the handle. And it's sent back down there the rest of the way there by Ross. Allows the West Hants Warriors here to regroup. West Hants Warriors 23-0-1 in the Nova Scotia Mainland Hockey League. A league that had 3 teams 500 or better. As we have a whistle stopping play, penalty being called, body contact by the official over in the corner. And it's McCullough Messam again going to the box. Five minutes and 19 seconds the time of that one. So the Halifax Hawks are on the Atlantic Acura power play. McMinn will set it down in the corner there. Raphael cross-iced. Arnold on the doorstep, couple of whacks, and Kroll with the stop. Hawks did everything. They set it up nice, but they were just unable to. So they're announcing the goal. So McCullough's off for body contact. 5:19. So the Atlantic Acura power play is a minute 31 left here for the Halifax Hawks. But they've given up 2 shorthanded goals, and they take those off the boards, and they've got this game. So, but I mean, William Shields is hard to defend. If you can keep him to maybe 2 goals a game, you might stand a good chance of winning the game. Well, he's got 3, and it's even right now, as he's got all 3 goals, 2 of them shorthanded. Hawks hoping to press the issue now with Mumberket. He's got a couple. There's Arnold. He's the other goal scorer there for the Hawks. Raphael. Back to McMinn. Raphael, wrist shot. And Kroll stopped it and then was looking around for it, but he stopped it with his shoulder. Raphael, one-timer, Mumberket. And somehow a stick came up there. It was actually the West Hants Warriors player on the one-timer, but went wide of the net. And here comes Shields once again, licking his chops, looking for shorthanded goal number 3. Shields now, wrist shot, and getting a piece of it with the blockers. Lou, one and done, and Hawks hoping to try to catch the Warriors in a change. 33 seconds left in the Atlantic Acura power play here for the Hawks as McCollum Messam is off for body contact, sent down the corner, so they'll get some fresh skaters here, the Hawks will, with 20 seconds remaining in that penalty, so one last dash here on the power play. McKinnon there as it went for the legs, Ben Bishop. Allows the West Hants Warriors to get to center ice as Sparks once again in a penalty killing role. She has done fantastic in that role here. Specialty teams as the penalty's over, so we're even strength once again. Most importantly, they've had a lot of power play chances here. The Hawks just haven't been able to cash it in, and they've given up 2 shorthanded goals, so even strength they've been all right. Shorthanded, there's been a couple of little, wrinkles in the old plan here for them. Up with the puck is Jodry down for the West Hants Warriors, and that will be Mackenber. Goes down as a penalty call against the Hawks as McKinnon trips down Mackenber. Or is it Mackenber is going to get it? Mackenber, the way he's reacting, is going off to the box. He's not too happy. Tripping to Mackenber. Thing is, the Hawk player had his stick in there too, so another Atlantic Acura power play here for the Hawks. And that's one of the things I'm sure that Greg Rowley was hoping maybe after this game to maybe talk to his troops about. They have gone to the penalty box a lot here in this game. And even though they've gotten the shorthanded goals there from Shields, something that they may want to probably try to maybe move their feet a little bit more and stop with these little penalties here. They've taken a lot here in this game, and they haven't burnt yet. But the game's a lot probably closer than what you'd think it'd look at when you look at the teams on paper. 23-0-1 for the Warriors and 12-15-1 there for the Hawks in the regular season. So penalties may be a little bit of deciding factor of why this game is going the way that it is. Actually, they took both players, so they're coincidental minors. My apologies there. So I thought it was basically a 50-50 battle, and they both got their sticks in there. So both off for hooking, coincidental minors, so it's 5 aside. 6 to go here in the third period. That's still an issue that I'm sure that Riley and the Warriors want to address there in between games. Hawks back here on the press. This is game number 2 of 7 here today at the Halifax Forum. Game number 3 will be 12 noon. It will be a Cape Breton PEI or Cape Breton PeeWee AAA Hockey League matchup. 2 teams that know each other, Glace Bay and Sydney. Pardon me, that's at 2. It's going to be Pictou versus Bedford. Got to put my reading glasses on when I see this stuff. 12 p.m. Pictou versus Bedford. Teams that have not met each other in tournament play or the regular season, so there's an unknown factor there for those teams, and that will be coming up at 12 o'clock. It'll be game number 3. Busy day here at the Halifax Forum. We're in the area. Hey, drop on by some great hockey. Great tournament committee here by the Halifax Hawks, and fantastic opening ceremonies. I had a chance to see them live here on 360 Live yesterday. Plays blown down. So the coincidental minors there to have been served. 4:56 remains here in this third period. Play back underway here. The Halifax Forum, 3-3 to score between the West Hants Warriors And the Halifax Hawks looking on. Greg McDonald, coach of the Bedford Blues, watching the end of this one as his boys run and stretch to get ready. As I mentioned, they'll be taking on Pictou. Blues 1-0, Pictou 0-1. Should be a good, close, competitive game if you're going to stick around for that one. The Blues 18-7-3, second in the Central Minor Hockey Federation. And the Crushers, second place in the Nova Scotia Mainland Hockey League, 16-5-3. So if those resumes mean anything, it should be a dandy of a game coming up at 12. Well, we've got unfinished business here right now between the Hawks and the Warriors. 4:25 remains here as Manders will come up with the puck there for the Warriors. Kroll now. Porter Kroll to be precise. Hood fans on it and goes in towards the corner as guarding him very well was Fitzpatrick there for the Hawks. Puck there in the corner. And the Hawks will come up with it. They're winning some 50-50 battles along the boards there. Legier comes up with it. Legier tees up and didn't miss by much. Kroll came out to challenge. And it sailed 2 feet wide. Making something out of nothing. Here's Hood with a wrist shot, and it almost comes out front there, but there's nobody there. Nobody home there for the Warriors. Puck in the corner. Hawks happy to clear. And here's a chance here for McKinnon. Can he win the foot race? McKinnon will come up with it, but it's in behind the goal and can't get a shot on goal. Shields, the team captain, there's pass so strong that his teammate can't handle it, so the Hawks come up with it. And there is William Shields. 6 goals yesterday, 3 today. And right on the door was Manders looking for it as he tried to go back door. The pass came to him, but it was too hot for him to handle. Raphael trying to be fancy, tried to feather it through, and the Warriors peck it off. Messam McCullough down. Rousel there looking for the loose puck. Manders has it now. Rousel once again spins there, tries to set up. Manders there down low, unsuccessful that time. And now here the Hawks here with Mumbercat up the center ice, but that's as far as they get as it's sent back in. McMinn. Mumbercat. Raphael now crosses the line. Leaves a drop pass for Mumbercat. He was a couple of feet back from it, so they had to go come up with it before he can get a shot. Here's a shot possibility by McDougall. No, he'll send it towards the corner there. And they'll try to get the cycle game. Arnold goes down, but has the awareness there to try to play it to his teammate. As we come up to less than 2 minutes to go here to period. Mumbercat's shot, and that hit the outside of the net. Kroll had got a piece of it in the process. Now it's 2 to go here in the third period. 3-3. Shields, all 3 goals. Mumbercat and Arnold there for the Hawks. Coming back the other way. Giswald now. But it will be first back there. Ray McDougall for the Hawks. Stolen there by Shields. And you might see a lot of Shields here in the late stages of the period as they're looking for that go-ahead goal. Hawks now break out, but they're also in the midst of a change, so Arnold's all by himself, and it was a little bit of a knuckler that went over Kroll and towards the corner. And now Arnold will go off for a much-needed change. Leopold now with some speed near center ice. Leopold pass there too far out of the reach, looking for Sparks there. So Leopold, Sparks, and Hood out here. There's a shot, and that didn't miss. Less than 1 feet, and I'm not sure if Lou saw it or not. 1 minute to go here. 3-3 the score. Could be in here for a great finish here at the Halifax Forum. Hood with a shot, and Lou never even reacted, and it tips into the netting and causes a stoppage of play, but Lou did not even react from that slapper there from Austin Hood. Hawks trying to get away with a change here, and referee is not allowing it. And Dixon once again, door open and pleading his case. kind of really hope that you see Tyler Dixon now. I know in the Pee-wee, of course, Greg McDonald, who I talked about, has been a long-time coach there for the Blues, and maybe he's happy here. But you'd like to see Dixon maybe get a chance to go to, Major Bantam. Good possibility. Of course, Kevin Mitchell, head coach in there, the Axel Hawks, but kind of maybe like to see, Dixon get a chance because he's got some heart and passion and, good hockey IQ he has. Would just like to, if he decides to, keep going in this coaching path, maybe get a chance at the next level. But they were the host here of this tournament, but they have given every team a run for their money. It's been like 1 goal deficit. This time they've got a tie up. They've got a point up in the bank right now. It's just a matter if they can hold on to it here for the remaining 45 seconds. 5 aside here, late stages. Fletcher has some difficulty, so I'll have to regroup. Manders has it now. Manders goes up the middle. And Giswald had it momentarily. Here's Kroll now. Kroll crosses. Has Manders. Manders, wrist shot. That doesn't get through. And boy, that's smart as Fitzpatrick got in the way of that, but his back was towards the play. Here's a 2-on-1. Raphael McMinn. And Chase Kroll with the stop. A 2-on-1 late stages. 10 seconds left. Goes towards the corner. William Shields could have a chance here. He's going to have to hurry. 5 seconds left. Shields crosses the blue line. Can't pull the trigger. Defended there by McGinn. And that's how regulation comes to an end. 3-3 the score. Shields there trying to get mixed up with a Hawk player, but he's steered there by the linesman. So I have a point here for the Hawks here in this one, and a point here for the West Hants Warriors. And it's one of those ones where you could say that the Warriors were pretty lucky. Discipline was really hard for them, but the West Hants Warriors 3, the Halifax Hawks 3. A much needed point, but that may hurt the chances here for the West Hants Warriors. But it could have been 2 points in the bank there for them if it wasn't for William Shields. 2 shorthanded goals, a little bit of a difference maker here in this one, and he also had at the go-ahead goal, but Mumberket at 4:42 of the third period. 3-3 where we stand. An excellent game here between the teams, and I think the next one between Bedford and Pictou is going to be great as well. But the Hawks were kind of looking for a win, but a point sort of helps. But what is that going to do there to the race? Because Tassa got their win, and they're now up top and have, of course, a good goals for. So now the Bedford Blues can say, well, we've got to really take advantage of this there and get a win against Pictou in our next game. And they may go ahead of the West Hants Warriors as they do the player of the game presentation here at the Halifax Forum. Entertaining game for sure here at the Halifax Forum. Chase Kroll, player of the game. He had a couple of big saves here. And Chase will get the player of the game presentation there from the official. Not a surprise there, Jack Mumberket got the equalizer. Coaching staff pretty happy with that one, as players will escort him over to get the player of the game presentation and gets his trophy, I guess you could say, for being the player of the game. Of course, it's a hat for being the player of the game. So 3-3 where this one ends, and we'll be back at 12 o'clock with Pictou versus Bedford here from the Halifax Forum. So for my producer, Neil Gordon, and the entire 360 Live crew, Dan Hobson saying so long from the Halifax Forum.